Hi everybody, I'm Chris the Camping Stitcher here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You can find me in those three places. Today is Monday, July 24th, 2023. I'm back with my episode 33, I think. Let's hope I can count. It is a little over 2 weeks, so I think I'm trying to settle on what day of the week that I think I want to do my floss tubes on, and it's looking like maybe Mondays would be good. We'll see. Subject to change on a whim. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel about cross stitch primarily. At the end, I will tell a campfire story, and I'll let you know ahead of time in case you don't want to stick around for that. If you're returning, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. If you're a subscriber, that's great. If you're not, I hope you'll stop by again. I'm kind of like wanting to get away from that please subscribe, please like, please comment thing. I think you guys, if you like it, you're going to tell me. If you want to comment, you will. If you want to subscribe, you will. I don't think, I think that that's just how it works. There's so many people out there that are making, creating content now that I'm just thankful you're here. So, no pressure zone here. Not that there is a pressure zone anywhere, but I don't want to harp on that. I think you guys will, do what you want to do. So thank you, and I appreciate it. Anyway, that's a jibber jabber right there. So I do have an FFO, which is the segment of things I forgot to show you last time, because who forgets to show a completely finished framed object? That would be me. I don't have any FOs. I do have plenty of whips. I have some haul. I have some plans. But first I wanted to start out with things that I've caught going on in the community the last couple of weeks. Exciting things that are happening and that I've heard about. And you've probably heard about them too, but just in case you're new here or you're new to Flosstube, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about them for a minute. So we have a couple of Flosstubers that are planning retreats. The first one is Brandy and Emma of B&E Stitchery. I'll link them below. They are planning a retreat along with Kathy and Missy of Two Needles Pulling Thread. So there's going to be a retreat up in Maine, and I believe it's Maine, yep, pretty sure. And the sign-ups are to be announced. And then there is Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo. She is also planning a retreat in 2024 in Florida. Exciting. Can't wait to hear more about that. I mean, I heard about it, but oh my gosh. Also, I'd like to say congratulations to Jenny and Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers. They just celebrated their 2-year floss tube anniversary. Happy anniversary, girls. It's been great watching your channel over the last 2 years. It's been nice getting to know you guys. Also, very exciting too is Annie, the Proper Stitcher. She just announced she's embarking on designing cross stitch, and that'll be seen in my haul. But congratulations, Annie. Your designs are beautiful, and I can't wait to stitch the one that I picked out. There's also, I think there's going to be a Sal with that. I'll put the hashtag down below, but I think Sweetwater Stitcher and a few others, Alicia, they declared a Sal, so Sal it is. And also, Contented Needleworker Kim just celebrated a few weeks ago, I think it was, her 60th birthday. So happy birthday, Kim. I hope it was wonderful, and I think you enabled me to get that sampler that you started for your birthday, so shopping. Anyway, so that's my community news. I do have 2 blasts from the past. So going through, tidying up the room and everything, I just wanted to show you. This is, I don't even know how old it is. It probably was a Dimensions kit or something like that. Whoever made kits way back then. But it's a hummingbird, and I'm calling it complete because, you know, the French knots are done and the beak is done. And I think I'm going to put this in the front panel of a project bag. I got the hiccups. That's what I need. So what do you guys think? I think that would be great in the front of a project bag. That is really old. I don't even know. It had to be, I want to say when my kids were little. So 30 years? 25 years? Who knows? In any case, I have had this knocking around for years. It's a little container. And then the top, you put a little piece of needlework in there. Well, guess what I found the other day when I was going through patterns? I found the actual chart that I bought to go with that many years ago. And it is done. Get a load of this. The kit is complete with 40 count silk gauze, a Versoix soie d'Auger silk thread, needle, graph, and instructions. And I believe, I don't want to show the graph so much. I believe the gauze is mounted on this frame to be able to work on it. So that is going to get taken out and stitched because, come on, it's about time. So those are my blasts from the past. I do have this segment of things I forgot to show you last time. And who does forget to show you a completely finished framed object? That would be me. It's like sitting here when I was talking last time going, I think I'm forgetting something. What happens is I go and I complete something and then I bring it inside by my little curio cabinet to take a picture and get distracted and walk away and completely forgot to show you guys. So I have an FFO and it is Plum Street's God Bless America. And I pinned and framed it at least a month ago. And I'm pretty happy with it. I keep fiddling around. I haven't closed the back up. I keep fiddling around with some of the lines of it, but the frame is from Art to Frames, and I like the little detail in it. I don't put glass. I like to see my stitching, not that you can't see it with glass, but I don't know, there's something, I like the texture. I like to see the texture more. So I don't put glass, and I don't put them anywhere where they can get exposed to humidity or stuff like that. My dogs don't shed, so I don't have to worry about that. Anyway, that's finished. I finished stitching that on vacation last year, and it took me all that time to frame it, find a frame I like. But I like the way that came out. Very patriotic. So that was things I forgot to tell you last time. I fully finished something. Points for that. Anyway. Hopefully this segment will be put into retirement because I won't forget anything this time. Let's see. So that was the FFO. I have a bunch of whips I've been working on. I'm going to, let's see. We went on our camping trip, and I take this with me when we go camping, and we're going to be doing a lot of camping. So this is the Blue Flower Happy Campers, and this is a salve that Brandy of B&E Stitchery and I are hosting. It is Happy Campers Sal. So if you'd like to join us, tag us. And I got a bit done when we were camping. Nothing's ever ironed. I don't think that's gonna change. I don't tend to iron it until I'm ready to finish because I kind of feel I don't know. Does it stress the fabric and the threads? I don't know. But I wing it like this. Anyway, I did those trees over here. I'm pointing in the wrong direction because I'm turned around. I did that big tree, and I started the little tree next to it and outlined the tree next to that. And I filled in the star field right up here. So this is so cute, and I love working on it. This is 40 count. This is on 40 count light mocha. So I got light mocha, and it's really not that bad. I mean, I've worked on other 40 counts, and my eyes take a little time to adjust to it, but this I don't have a problem with. So if you're going to try 40 count and you're worried about an over dyed fabric, maybe try a 40 count Zweigart that hasn't been over dyed. And that was my picture just falling over. Anyway, that's my first whip. I worked on that camping. Oh, I do have a new start, but I'll get to that last. Next whip is for Jess Como Stitch's birthday this month, and it is A Type of Christmas by Erin Elizabeth Designs, and the hashtag for this is hashtag Como Christmas Sal, I believe. I'll put it in the box below. This is so fun to work on. Here are the colors. They're so nice. It's all DMC. And I am doing this on 36 count baked clay by Fox and Rabbit. And I've got a good bit done. Got quite a bit going on here. All right. That elf, oh my god, how cute is that? I don't think I'm having a problem with how the colors are showing up on here. The little penguin in the snow globe in the word snow. So sweet. An ingenious design. Really, I'm really enjoying working on that. And if I don't put these away while I'm talking to you, it's going to be a problem later. So, self-preservation. Just put it away. I won't zip it, but I'll just put it away. So that was my second whip. And I did work on my daughter-in-law's stocking. I don't want to show that yet. That may have to be reconfigured. I ran into a little issue. I don't want to talk about it right now, but it's going to get done. So, the other commit whip I have, two of them, this and Welcome to the North Pole. PCS High Rules. That's the Sal. And there's a Facebook group for it. And we are almost done. But I think you can join whenever. We were doing this second to last section here. And I did get that done. The sections go pretty fast. Here it is so far. Believe in yourself and others. That was the last section. So this is done on 36 count baby sheep by XJU Designs. And I am using the Vicky Clayton silks for this because I just love Vicky Clayton silks. And here they are. Yes, they're on flush drops. And yes, they're in my bag. And no, nothing's happening to them. They're just fine. And last but not least of the whip variety, not the new star whip, but the whip, is my other commit whip. Welcome to the North Pole, also by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is on 36 count like mocha. And I finished the high rules and I just took this out. This little chain is adorable, but it's quite involved. So I'm working on the bottom of the cars right now, but I've got the toy car done except for some of the back stitch. But this is really cute. Really fun to work on. I like Primrose Cottage designs, Primrose Cottage stitches. They're really awesome. Love the designs. Very talented. So that's what I'm working on this afternoon. Now, those are my whips. My new start / whip. This came and holy cow, it was just like, need to start it right away. I'm trying to find the picture of it. It is Brenda Gervais. Oh my goodness. I think I left the picture over there. Oh, nope, here it is. At Home. This is sorry for the glare, but the deer, that house. Let me tell you, I have never worked on a sampler in this order before. But apparently I'm just really fascinated with the motifs and the border work, so that's what I've been doing. But this is on 36 count vintage country mocha. And I came across the top, did the trees, went down the side, did half of the fencing that attaches to the house. On the other side of that gate, there'll be a house. And then I came across the bottom, did the bottom border and the motifs, and I'm coming up the other side. And then there's the house. So this is addicting. You cannot put this down. The colors are just so pretty. At Home. I mean, I don't think I've ever met a Brenda Gervais design that I did not like. That's a problem. I just placed an order for 2 more things from her. But that's okay. It's all for the good, right? All right, so those are my whips and my new starts. What else have I been up to? Oh, so I have actually not just me, my husband, because we have an engraver. These are needle minders, and we'll be putting them in the Etsy shop. So he does make these floss binders, and I have other things. I have things in the works. I'll be making some other designs, and then I have some other things that I've kind of been working on for the last year or so. That I knew I really wasn't going to be able to concentrate on until I retired. So hopefully in the fall I'll have some new things to show you. We'll just leave it at that. Suspense, cliffhanger. Can you stand it? So okay, next. Oh, so I've done. My Whipgo calls for this month are complete, so I have my first bingo. And tomorrow the new Whipgo calls will be called, so we'll see what that involves. Looking forward to that. And next is haul, and there is some haul. Let's see. Oh, first thing, I did order a t-shirt from Barry at Stitch Folk. There it is. Sampler stitcher. Now, you probably all have heard, but there are a couple of Etsy shops that appropriated her designs and were selling them. So just make sure when you are buying that you're buying from the original designer, and that would be Barry at Stitch Folk. And I know she's working on her own website, so this won't be as much of a problem, but there are, I've been the victim of someone copying my artwork, and I know how that feels. So you can report the people when you see them. I've reported, I think I saw 3, and 2 of them have been dealt with. It's the 3rd one that's still selling her stuff. So yeah, make sure you're buying from the original designer, Barry, and not from the people who stole the artwork and are selling it. That's just horrible. In any case, that's my soapbox. I'm getting off it now. I have more haul. I did Primrose Cottage. I don't know if I showed these last time. They had a flash sale for 30% off, so I picked up Teresa Kogut's With Thy Hands book. And I also picked up her Wisdom. Beautiful. I really want to start it, but I've got too many whips. And let's see. Keepsakes had their special Anytown, Tiny Town. And I just got that. Now, from what I understand, Steph said in her Flosstube this morning that I think she said she has gotten more than half of them out, and she should be getting the rest of them out this week. So they had a lot of orders. So just be a little bit patient. They're working on it. They're all working on it, and they're getting them out fast. So this is cute. I think I want to make it into a drum. And lastly, my last chart that I just got is Annie's. It's Clarissa's Garden Sampler. It is so pretty. If you haven't seen her announcement, and she shows the charts that she is putting out, she has a website, and I'll link it below. She has, and if you hit the shop button, it takes you to her Etsy shop, and you could buy a PDF or a print copy. But if you watch her latest Flosstube, she goes over all of her charts and her new designs. So give that a watch. And again, congratulations, Annie. This is beautiful. I can't wait to work on it. It's just going to be so sweet. It's just such a pretty little sampler. And I like the way that she has said she's reimagining them. That's really very neat. Other haul, I have my stock up order of 36 count vintage country mocha, because who doesn't like vintage country mocha? And so you guys, I have an Amazon storefront, which is linked below, and during Prime Day, they had the Nerge hoops. Some of them were grouped together. These were like 5 Nerge hoops for, I think it was 19 something. They were super duper reduced. Because I think one of these is normally like between $7 and $8. So that was a really good buy. I do have them linked in my Amazon store. They're not that price now. They went back up to regular price, but still, I will not lack for hoops now. This is my favorite size. It's a Nerge number 2. And that's about it, I think. What is this? In any case, oh, I ordered some magnets. I think I want to try Elizabeth Ann Kenstich's project folio. So I had to order some hidden magnetic closures. But that was it. That's my Nerge hoops, my charts. That is my haul. That is all for now. Doesn't mean I didn't order anything this week, but I did. And that is it for haul. I do have Summer Quaker and the DMC coming. That may be in August 1st. I think there's a sale that starts August 1st for that, I think. I don't know if it started already. And plans. I'm going to continue working on my daughter-in-law's stocking. And my commit whips, and I have fallen behind on Teresa Kogut's Patreon mystery sampler, so I really need to catch up on that. And we're going to be going camping, so I'll be taking the Happy Campers again with me. I like working on that when we're camping. That's about it. I know I'm going to forget something. A couple of things I wanted to go over. I had a couple of questions on the comments on my last Flosstube. Somebody wanted to know what the 5 for 5 was and Whipgo. 5 for 5 is something that Carol Saltbox Stitcher shared with us. It's a strategy she uses to get her stitching done, and she concentrates on 5 projects for 5 days each during the month, and then the last couple of days of the month she does whatever she wants to work on. So 5 for 5, it's 5 days on, each of 5 projects. And that has really worked well for me. I've gotten a lot done, I've gotten a lot finished, and I like that strategy. As far as Whipgo goes, if you want to know all about Whipgo, check out Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She has a YouTube channel. I'll link it. And Whipgo is just like a bingo board. Let me see if I can show you mine. Okay. Here we go. So if you join her Facebook group, you can get this file and print and put in what you want. There's a couple of versions of it, but I chose this one with the boxes so I can check things off. So I actually have to mark this off because I did complete that center square that was just called. So every month on the 25th, Jessie Marie calls 2 numbers, and July with the free box was called, so she called 3 numbers. So you work on however you set your goals. My goal is to work on something for 4 times, 4 or 5 times, and I usually check it off each time I work on it, and that seems to be working well. So I've been able to keep up with Whipgo, and I feel like I'm getting a lot done. Now, am I finishing everything I touched? No, but I'm getting a significant amount of work done on it. And it just makes me feel like, I've made some progress. So they're not, it helps. It's your board, your rules, as Jessie Marie says. So check her out. She has all the information on her Facebook group and on her Flosstube channel. That's Whipgo. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I was thinking about the featured designer stitch night that we have in I hosted along with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and we announce it and post the links in our Facebook groups. But we've just been really getting together and stitching, and it's not really focusing on a particular designer anymore. So I figured we're just going to change it to Stitch Night once a month, usually at the end. And this month's is going to be Wednesday the 26th of July at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Zoom link will be posted in our groups. My group is the Camping Stitcher, Nancy's group is the Disorderly Stitcher, and it's posted the day of. So probably Wednesday morning, I'll post the Zoom link. So mark your calendar, set your Google reminder. We'd love to see you. We just get together, stitch, chat, jibber jabber for a couple hours on a Wednesday night. Going to say probably we're going to take a break in August and resume at the end of September. Just because, summer's really busy, people are going to be away, and school is going to get started for a lot of people towards the end of August. So I figure we're just going to take a break and start up again. So July will be a stitch night, and then we'll take a break for August, and we'll get back to it in September. And the other thing that's going to be coming up is the weekend 4x4 that I host. And that'll be the first weekend of August, August 5th and 6th. And it's just take 4 hours for yourself over the course of a weekend and stitch, crochet, quilt, sew, whatever you want to do. But it's not a lot. 4 hours over the whole course of Saturday and Sunday. Work on whatever you want and use the hashtag weekend, the number 4, BY, the number 4. I'll post that down too. Lastly, I just wanted to mention some of my playlist the last couple of weeks, along with the regular people. You know, I have a few regulars that I'll catch their Flosstubes, but if I'm away, I have a lot of catch up to do. But I have been watching the Floss Boston Cousins, Callie and Christy. They're hilarious. I just don't drink anything or eat anything when you're watching them because you're going to end up. They're hilarious. They're so down to earth and genuine, and they're a pleasure to watch. I've also just caught Justine and Shelley's latest from Welcome Stitchery. They are also funny as anything, and Justine has the shop Welcome Stitchery, and I would love to get to Blue Earth and visit it. Who else? Laura Stitching by the Shore. I was catching up with her, and I joined her Facebook group. She also has a Facebook group, and I believe she's doing a sal with Summer Quakers. I think that's who it is. And who else have I been catching up with? Oh, Kindred Stitcher, Lisa. She does samplers, and they're my fave, but she also does mirabilias, and they're just beautiful. She just finished a Fancy Lady. It's gorgeous. I think it's the Lady of Mystery. It's just beautiful. Catching up with her. And a new to me Flosstuber who is also in my group, Dory, and her channel I'll list below. It's Dory23. She's put out, I think, 1 or 2 Flosstubes, so go give her a watch. Just give her a little support, shout her out, leave a comment. She's doing a great job. I have to finish watching her first one this afternoon, and I'll catch up with, I think she's got 2 out now, or a Whip Parade. But go check out her channel. And then my husband and I we've been watching the channel that Nancy recommended, Below the Plains, which is this young guy who goes out and he digs up privies from like 200 years ago and finds all these amazing bottles and treasures and stuff. And my husband and I have gotten back into our metal detecting. So I found a channel called Green Mountain Metal Detecting, and his name is Brad Martin. And he doesn't just metal detect, he goes on adventures and explorations into the mountains of Vermont. And some of the places, and he gives you a lot of history, are really, really neat. So if you're looking for something different, check out that, Green Mountain Metal Detecting. I'll list him below. And I like his philosophy, and I think I've been watching his channel from the beginning, so I think he did a live stream, his first live stream, and he had a good point. I really like what he said about asking for subscribers and likes and comments and stuff. I think he's right. He said, if you're gonna subscribe, you're gonna subscribe. If you're gonna like my video, you're gonna like it. If you're gonna comment, you're gonna comment. I agree with him. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm not gonna ask you to like and subscribe, and I think you're gonna do it if you like what you see, and if you don't, you're gonna move on to the next thing, and that's all good. So yeah, I'm just thankful you came to visit, and I hope you come back. I try to put these out every 2 weeks or so. Might get a little sketchy in August. We'll see. I'm gonna try some different things. I might do some vlog type things if we're out and about, but I think that's about it. I'm gonna have all those links down below. check all those people out, and I really appreciate you coming by. I'm going to tell the campfire story, which really isn't like so much of a nail biter, but it's just about our camping trip that we took last week. So if you are not interested, I will see you next time. Hope you come back, and thank you. And here's the part where my husband and I went on a camping trip to Laurel Hill State Park, which is out about 4.5 hours from us in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. And we have been in that area before camping. We have been in Cruiser State Park, and there's a neat winery over there called Glades Pike Winery, which has like the best, if you like wine, Seyval Blanc. It's just, we might have brought some home with us. In any case, we went out there for a midweek kind of thing because we can do that. We're retired, which is nice, fighting the weekend crowds. And we both recently just got, he bought me an e-bike for my retirement, and he got one for his birthday. He has been biking, but I get tired easy. But the e-bike helps, when you're going up a hill, it keeps you from just throwing it down and walking off in a stomp. Any case, so we did a lot of biking and walking with the dogs, and we had a couple of really nice days. The weather really panned out well. We had a couple of sprinkles when we first got there, and then the weather got beautiful, and we kept hearing about this storm that was coming Thursday night. And so Thursday night after supper, we put all our stuff away because we were heading home Friday morning anyhow. So instead of packing up Friday morning, we were like, well, let's just put all the stuff away because we don't want to pack anything in the rain, and we don't want to have everything wet when we pack it in the camper. So we did all that. We packed everything up. Thank goodness. We had, the campground host had come around and told us that there were about 35. This is a big campground. There's like 270 sites in a couple of different loops. He said there were about 35 or so teardrop campers coming in that Thursday night because they were having a rally. So we saw, I would say, about a good 20 of them come in. I'll post a picture. I'll post some pictures of. I didn't get really good pictures because it's like hi. So, but we watched some. They were really cute campers, and some of them have really neat setups. They had these little canopies that went around the front of them and stuff. We had one parked next to us, and then we went to bed. And about 11:30, this bam slam on the roof of the camper woke us both up out of a sound sleep, and then it just like all, broke loose. Lightning, thunder, really bad wind. At one point I said to my husband, should we pull it out? Should we pull it out into the road? Because we were under trees. And the trees, it sounded like big branches were coming off and hitting the roof of the camper. And he said, no, let me just go out and check, which I really didn't want him to do because I'm just thinking to myself, he's going to walk out and, that's all we need is him getting hurt. But he's threw his clothes on, put his rain jacket on, went out, and came back in. And, I know this because we've been camping for a long time. Things always sound worse inside the camper when things hit it. And of course, you're not thinking when you hear it, the camper's not really moving or jarring or anything like that. They were just little branches. They were hitting the roof. But it sounds so loud because of the way the roof is constructed. It sounded a lot worse than it was. So we kind of were up for a while. We were watching the wind blow the trees around, and they were just whipping. And we were like, oh man, we had our awning in, we had all our chairs were packed, our grill was packed, Nothing was outside, nothing was loose. It wasn't going to go flying around. When we got up the next morning, there were quite a few people with their little canopies that were twisted up and on the ground. The guy next to us had put, he had, I guess, if you were watching the weather, you knew it was coming, you were prepared to put stuff away. He had put his stuff away, and he said they had just gone through, the last time they were at a rally, they had a really bad storm, and they got very lucky because a tree had come down next to them. But we had no damage, and when we got up the next morning, you could see the little branches that hit. They weren't big enough to damage anything, but we were pulling out to go home, and there was a man literally dragging his canopy that you put over your picnic table, those kind that spring up and have the legs and the whole cover. It was twisted into you couldn't even, there was no way you could fix that. He was dragging it down to the dumpsters to throw it away. So on the way out, they had done a good job in the park of clearing out, the road debris, anything big that was on the road. There was one tree that we saw they had to cut, but they did a pretty good job, and everybody was pretty lucky. But man, these storms that are coming through, they are something. I know a lot of the country's been dealing with it, and I hope that everybody's safe. And it's a little nutty this year. I'm wondering what the winter's going to bring. What are you going to do? It's weather, right? But that's our campfire story, We really did have a nice couple days, and that was the only storm that we really had. And it was a doozy. But it could have been worse, and we were safe. So anyway, that's it for this time. I should be back. I'm going to be a little older the next time you see me. I'll have had my birthday, and I'll be back in about 2 weeks. And in the meantime, thank you for coming. I hope you're doing well. I hope you get a little bit of relaxation in the rest of this summer or the winter, wherever you are, and stitch away. I'll see you next time. Bye.